Ladies, gentlemen, and llamas, welcome to another Budget-Friendly Friday. Today, we are going to be looking and talking about the Kershaw Norad. I love this knife, and I have so many knives. I really do. And I have knives that are very expensive. I have knives that are not expensive at all. And sometimes I get a knife, and I love it, and I intend to carry it. But then, you know, I do another unboxing or I get something else and it gets left by the wayside. This is a knife that I intended to carry when I first got it. And I just sort of forgot about it. And I haven't carried it very much, and I should, and I'm going to now. But it is a great addition to our Budget-Friendly Friday. And I'm going to tell you why as we go through this. So first of all, to understand the Kershaw Norad, we got to talk about Norad for a second, for those who don't know. NORAD is the North American Aerospace Defense Command. It is a combined unit. So combined command is something that involves two or more countries. A joint command is something that involves two or more branches of the U.S. military. So you have joint and you have combined. And sometimes you have combined and joint, like in CJ SOTF, Combined Joint Special Operations Forces. Anyway, NORAD is a combined command of the United States and Canada for the defense and protection of the North American continent from airborne attack. It was formed in it traces its way back all the way to the late 40s. But it wasn't really defined as a command until the 50s and 60s. Anyway, their job is to, back in the day, it was intercepting hordes of Russian bombers that were gonna come across and blow up American and Canadian cities, Canada only because they're allied with us, and looking for signs of incoming ballistic missiles. The mission is still pretty much the same, the way they do it, and some of the threats are different these days, but going back to the early days of NORAD, to the 60s and stuff, this was designed to have a little bit of that kind of 60s flair and a little bit of aerodynamic look in it. And I think they accomplished that with, you've got like this kind of fluted section there. If you look, it is kind of like it's an aerodynamic looking thing, but it has those kind of like embellishments that you'd see, early 60s style. It has these carbon fiber laminate inlays. So real carbon fiber, but very, very, very thin. And just enough to inlay in there. That's what we talk about when we say carbon fiber laminate inlays. And very highly polished. It's got a reversible clip, left or right. Nice retention on the clip. So it's tip up, left or right. It is not spring. Oh, there we go. It is manual. It is, I can't tell, is this on bearings? I don't know. I think it is on bearings. And it's a frame lock. It's all steel, scale side and frame side. It's a D2 blade, and again, just with the stylishness, you've got a little bit of a PVD coating in this cutout here, but look at the sexy, sexy grind lines going on here. And it's just it just sort of flows like almost like an airfoil shape. Talking about why it's here on Budget Friendly Friday. So if you look this up on Kershaw, you're going to find that it has an astounding MSRP of $118 or $119, which is crazy. Now, I love Kershaw. I absolutely love Kershaw, and we talk about Kershaw all the time. They make great knives. Their quality is great, whether it's a very low-end one or a very high-end one. It's great quality. But this is not a $118 knife. I think the best price I found it for, and as always, I will put that link in the video description, just a link to the website wherever I found it for, was for either sub $30 or just a hair over $30. And that's a great price for this knife, because you get very solid construction. You get a nice piece of D2 steel, which is still a very good blade for doing all your general work. Now, this one may require a little bit of attention and care, keeping it clean and dry after you use it. With D2 and other carbon steels, if it's the more you highly polish that blade, the better it is at resisting corrosion. But as you can see here, we don't have that highly polished blade. We have a satin finish blade. You could easily polish this yourself if you wanted, like, you know, progressively with, well, that's a subject for another video. But it's got excellent lockup. What I really love about this is that it's a flipper, right? And the detent is perfect because of the way that this is designed. It sort of comes up into the lock area. It solves my big hand problem of accidentally pushing down and holding the detent down so I can't open it because my finger lays on that indent. So it's very well designed. It opens really great every time, so you can push button or you can light switch. And lockup is solid. There is absolutely zero blade play. Nice little bit of jimping there. It's a plastic backspacer, but it still gives a nice bit of grip. Don't really feel that clip in your hand. And this is a slightly old piece of paper, but even with the old paper, this is kind of out of the box, mostly because I haven't really done much with it. Comes with a very nice edge, great cutting surface, nice curved belly. And it looks cool. It's a cool looking knife. It really is like a cool, stylish. Oh, but what I was saying with the flipper, sorry, is that it disappears. Like a lot of knives have that, the flipper kind of juts out a little bit. I don't like that. Sometimes it can work as a finger stop, but a lot of times it just sort of is there in your way and uncomfortable. I love the way it just disappears into the shape of the knife once you open it up. That's just really cool. So like I was saying, like it looks really cool. It's got, you know, some style to it. I don't know if we would, it's a little big to be called like a gentleman's folder, but it has a really nice look to it, you know, like I don't know. It's got a nice look to it. So anyway, I think that this would be a great budget-friendly knife for anybody looking for something for EDC. Because you have a nice piece of D2, I wouldn't call it a hard-use knife, but you could use it for some light outdoor tasks if you had to. It'll hold that edge nicely. Again, you'll have to, you know, do a little TLC on the blade to make sure you keep it free of corrosion and everything. But excellent, excellent budget-friendly Friday offering, I think, if I do say so myself. So I'm definitely going to start carrying this guy more. It's just an all-around really good knife. You guys tell me what you think. How do you like the Kershaw Norad? And what do you think of it as, you know, for one of our budget-friendly Friday editions? I think the price is great for what you're getting. Kershaw has great customer service and is just, their quality is really, really good. So I hope you guys maybe saw something a little new, different, maybe took a look at something you already saw in a different way, or, you know, or just like, hey, for a budget-friendly knife, that's not bad. But anyway, tell me what you guys think. Tell me how you like this series of videos that we're doing now. If you have a suggestion of something you'd like to see looked at on Budget Friendly Friday, just drop it in the comments, and we just might see it here. So thanks for spending some more time with me, guys. Remember that you are all absolutely awesome, and I appreciate every single one of you. And I'll be back again real soon.